All right, everybody, welcome back. We're here at the 2016 Regional Championship at Games and Stuff in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. You'll notice the volume of my voice has gone down. The store's pretty much empty now, so we got to watch how loud we talk. The guys are about 25 feet from us. I'm Aaron Utley. I'm joined here by Frank Forte.
Hello.
Say hello. And we're looking at Garet Hanshew, who won the game we just saw, and Duncan Howard, who just eked out Nick Bell, who's right behind me here, with Garet running, of course, Zuckuss, with VI, Missed Hunter title, so the obligatory tractor beam, and Dengar Crew. Dengar Crew giving you rerolls on attack, 2 for named pilots, or unique pilots, and 1 for non, so sort of Predator in reverse. And he's got 2 scouts with Deadeye guidance chips, extra munitions, R4 aggro mech, which gives him a target lock when he spends a focus on attack, and plasma torpedoes on each. Duncan has his Fell Inquisitor Palpatine Aces list. 35-point Fell Inquisitor with the title, PTL, and auto thrusters. So we're getting ready to get started. I think I've got everything set up pretty well that we should be able to see everything just fine. So as soon as the guys get set up, they'll start, and this will be an untimed final match between 2 very good players. Let me turn the light up just a little bit.
All right.
I have a card left. Yes, I do. He doesn't have a card left.
Yeah, so right now, the way it's set up now to update damage, I have to go into these lists to manually do it. But there's a mode called projector where I'm just waiting on a cable because my monitor doesn't have an HDMI in. So then the game that we're watching will always be this view, which is more detailed. Right? Because what happens now is when I go out to adjust those things, he can't see the rolls and stuff.
What's that Wild West thing that they throw?
That's a lot of clear dice.
Yep. And well, I can actually, with the new stuff, I can actually see them. Before we switched, those were a nightmare. You couldn't read them at all on the old webcam. It's just wasn't sharp enough. You couldn't see them. And that's why I knew Duncan was running those, so I went over and made sure I tightened the focus up as much as I could. Those are really hard to read.
Yeah, those aren't as bad as the world's dice, let me tell you, because they didn't actually put the symbols on very clearly on some of those dice. So they're a nightmare to see even close up.
Oh, well, the game's underway.
Oh, look at that.
So I'll continue my naming convention, referring to Garet's 2 scouts as red and green.
Why would you name them that?
Just arbitrary, stop, go. Looks like Garet's positioned these to get him clear of that piece of debris, but give him a decent spread to choose his targets as they engage.
Looks like he's lined up Zuckuss on the far left-hand side this time.
Zuckuss is there up at the top of the board. But this sort of setup, moving this way with the 1 chip at the top, if he chooses to engage him, gives him a pretty good reversal, because then he's got both of his white sloops to his left to be able to reverse and come back down the other way.
Yeah, and also when he's flying abreast like this, it gives him a bigger kill box as opposed to the stack that he was using before, which sometimes you can get your first ship in range 3, but be out of range with the back ship.
Sure. Well, here, Flaming Rooster Fell is going to jump out, and I assume he's going to try and swing wide as quickly as he can.
And then he's going to knock the camera.
It's okay. I can adjust that a little bit. That looks like I don't need to.
Yeah, and there we see Duncan's oddly shaped head.
Right.
Yes. That is a highlight.
Here. Okay.
Nobody? You better run, boy.
And it looks like Duncan has an initial range 3 shot on one of the jump masters. And it looks like Garet's dice are finally betraying him.
What happened there? Garet both got through?
Just one.
Just one on green?
But yeah, but he didn't roll his 3 evades like he normally does.
Right. So just one goes through on green. Up, see, now I'm not paying attention to who's attacking what.
Yeah, so Garet
Two,
fires
this is
back.
return fire.
Yep.
So there's the target lock.
And there's the
The
16
rack
dice.
of dice. Nothing
Yes.
gets through. See, actually, this is actually very convenient because I know Garet and Duncan pretty well. So even if they overhear me talking, I'm not going to catch a bunch of grief. if I don't know the players, I'm like, hey, we can hear you. I'm like, sorry.
You have enough caffeine?
I was just about to say that. More. Maybe I'll just do this the whole match.
Think anyone would notice?
I think I'd get a lot of hate emails. Dude, I don't know what that crinkling is. If I catch you, I'm gonna beat your ass. I mean, I get some pretty aggressive.
It spells flames.
Some pretty aggressive messages sometimes. Man, chill out. I'm doing the best I can.
Social media.
Holy cow! So angry.
Well, that's because they're watching this and not playing it.
Yeah, well, that's the flip side. I enjoy this, but I do like playing.
Yeah.
I don't get to play anymore. But I wouldn't play an event like this anyway. It's just not my jam. I mean, I play at the house. Why did I get murdered?
Well, we had 108 people here, so you wouldn't get murdered that bad by half of them.
That's true. That's true. I might have an okay. Between 2 and 4 okay games.
Yes.
And a stop from the shuttle. Hey, my pleasure, dude. Thanks. Nick Bell leaving the building. Take it easy, Nick. And there's Duncan's sort of opening strategy there with his shuttle. Just keep him in place, and then he kind of decides which way he's going to swing him around to get his guns into play later in the game, which I've seen him do really effectively a couple times. All right, so he's going to try and box in the Inquisitor.
That's really going to be his strategy here, is my guess, because the untimed nature of the match is really going to go against the jump masters.
Sure. Inquisitor not having it. Let's see if he catches one torpedo off red here.
He's not going to. He's going to
No.
barrel roll out and then
Giving himself range.
Mm-hmm. Here's your 4 straight.
Zuckuss in hot pursuit. Buford T. Zuckuss in hot pursuit. This is Buford T. Zuckuss. I'm in hot pursuit of the Inquisitor. Gotta dig deep.
Yeah, bonus points for anybody who can name that movie.
Rough. Old. fighting is going over there.
Apparently a riot has broken out at games and stuff.
So, Fell, no need to be overly aggressive here. Just stay behind green and
Or-
tink, tink, tink.
Yeah, perhaps be a little aggressive.
Ooh, a little aggressive. I mean, Trevor asks in chat, when are we going to get the Howards on Twitch Tuesdays? Well, it's not Twitch Tuesdays anymore. It's just Steel TV because I don't do them on Twitch, and really I don't do them on Tuesdays anymore.
So it's not Twitch Tuesdays.
Just Steel TV. Yeah. But anytime they like, I have to come down. But now, because I moved it on Tuesdays, we can do it on weekdays, whenever. I mean, on weekends.
Those days too.
This is Fell into red or green.
It's going to be in a green. That's gonna be my guess.
It's one evade. Looks like 3 hits, 1 evade, so 2 go in.
2 more shields on the green.
Much better. His return shot. Focuses for 2 hits. Oh, okay. Auto thrusters, which is
For days. Which is why Fell's impossible to hit.
Fell laughing at that attempt. Here's red shooting at range 3. No focus for 2.
And,
Easily evaded.
yeah.
Oh, Mike got it. Got the Buford T. Zuckuss
Well, there we go.
reference. The dials are going back down.
Yeah, I'm going to guess he didn't have a shot with Zuckuss this turn. He was
Out of range.
Just out of range.
For those that hadn't figured it out, that's Zuckuss hiding in the overlay,
As he is known to do.
as is his wont.
Yes, he is a
Hides in the overlay.
he's a wily Zuckuss. Hiding with his Dengar.
Nice. Nice. Doesn't want to expose his Dengar.
Not in public, anyway.
No. And here's another bold move from the shuttle. One straight, keeping him down and out of the action. Here go the scouts. Conservative moves. Keep things in front of him, wait for that torpedo shot.
I'm right across the street from the middle school and then across the street from Albert.
Does he catch that debris? Yep.
He is on it.
I'm special right now. I can't handle it.
So no action for you.
Get a little bit of stress and a die roll coming up.
A 1 in 8 chance. Nope.
Nothing. So we'll see how much farther away the Inquisitor can get from those jump masters.
It's on a Saturday, it's a weekend, and there won't be anybody around there.
And if anyone was wondering, that was a measure for target lock.
Right.
Normally you couldn't measure range.
Correct. Well, he measures target lock, gives him his evade.
Exactly.
And Zuckuss opting to push things a little harder, take stress, try and get in range of that Inquisitor. I believe he's done it. He's got a range 3 shot there. Ooh, Fell's going to have a range 1 shot
Yeah, that
on this scout. That's trouble.
that jump master is not going to last much longer at this rate.
No. He's got a couple turns of this tops. So that looked like a range 2 ruler, so I believe Zuckuss does have a range 3 shot. Here goes Fell at range 1 into green.
Well, actually, it's going to be Zuckuss first.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
And there's your Dengar reroll. Not helping him though. And that was a
Real Palpatine that. No,
auto
auto
thrusters.
thrusters. Palpatine. Well, he's going to evade to all sorts of
At
things.
this point, he's probably going to use Palpatine on offense.
Yeah, that's why I try not to sit here alone when I can avoid it. So there would be Fell. So that looks like a hit and 2 crits. Oh, no.
Horrible betrayal from the defense dice.
go
It had to
through.
happen.
So we're going to have 3 at least. Let's see what they is.
One of those crit that went through?
2.
2.
Yeah, 2 crits, and they all went through. 1 was into shields, and both crits were into all.
Apparently, Garet is going to hide his shame with the crits.
No, I think he's a little stressed. So I know it's at least 3. I'll go take a look here in a second. And return shot, 3 hits. Well
Shooting
rolled.
techs.
Auto thrusters and the token.
Yep. Right.
So enjoy your futile effort to hit me, says Fell. And I think we've got a torpedo shot on the Inquisitor.
At this point, he's got to get that ordnance off of these boats. You never want to die with ordnance on board.
I don't think Green's going to have an option. I think he's got another turn and he's cooked.
Well done.
Well done. So 4 hits
Doesn't even have to use the target lock.
and 2 rolled evades and auto thrusters.
Yep. Nothing you can do.
Nothing goes through. Man, tough to hit.
It is. I mean, I had a real problem with this list in my round of 16 match.
I mean, you roll 4 hits and they're just
Yeah, they don't care.
it's just rough. I mean, really, your best chance is unblockable damage, bombs, or something, feedback array, or some ability that gives you more than 4.
Well, what I had to do in my match is kill the shuttle. That takes away Palpatine.
Sure.
But Duncan does not ever lead with that shuttle. He's not very aggressive with it. Luckily, my opponent was.
Let me check those crits.
All right.
It's pretty nasty. Loose stabilizer and major hull breach. It's kind of a nasty combo. He gets stress on a white maneuver on his next white, and major hull breach. Any of the damage he takes now is face up, unless he. So, but he can only. Well, the action is he would remove major hull breach.
And the problem is all of his greens are left. So
He's
he's got to
take a
turn.
white move and take stress.
Right. He's got to go right to reposition unless he goes straight.
Now, at least he still has the target lock. So
He does. I don't know if that helps him at this point because the target lock is on Fell. And
it is, okay.
Yeah, and at this point, I would not be shooting at Fell if I had any other options.
I think we're going to see a 1 turn to the right here from the Inquisitor. Yep, there's a sloop. He's going to turn around and face Fell.
And get another stress.
Now that would be green.
The sloops are not green.
The
Sloops
sloop
are
left is white, so he should take stress.
Right.
He's not.
Okay.
So what has occurred here?
Either we've missed something or they've missed something. My guess. But
it's
I'm
not
not
a-
going to say nothing if anybody else doesn't. Not a TO.
The judge is sitting right there.
Yeah, so.
T.O. doesn't pick it up. I think he would, since I walked over specifically to read the crits.
Yeah. Meh.
But yeah, so
I don't think it's really going to hurt it.
no, but I'm surprised he didn't notice, because that's what turns the crit over. He's taking the stress. The white maneuver and taking the stress. Isn't that what removes the crit?
Yes, one would think.
So it's still sitting there face up. And there's a 2 bank from Phil.
Yeah, I'm going to assume he's going to
I may
boost
have
barrel roll
misread
into
that
range
card.
one.
Let me read that card again. They're asking, and I certainly may have gotten it wrong.
Well, it looks like in our Twitch feed
What are they saying?
they're validating us.
Okay.
Oh, and he has corrected his
there we
error.
go.
There we go.
And they're laughing. Oh, you laughing, Jason? You missed it.
Don't make me come over there.
All right. So here's
No, it just looks like
Zuckuss at the Inquisitor. Dengar reroll. Gives him 3. Inquisitor. Focus. Evade token. So he takes none.
Yep, almost as hard to hit, but at least he's burning tokens off of him.
Well,
I think that other scout is going to die.
he's got another range 1 fell shot to eat here with only 3 hull. He's not. To say he's not in a great position understates it a little.
A little bit.
And then Falcon turns attention to red or Zuckuss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
gosh.
yes.
3 hits and a crit.
Doesn't have to use anything.
2 evades. So a hit and a crit. Let's see what the crit is.
Double damage. I mean,
Not a direct
let me
hit.
not curse him. It is shiny.
Just set it down flat. Yeah, if they set it down flat, I can read it. If
Yeah.
they pointed at the camera, the glare is too much. Direct hit. So it was a direct hit, and he's gone.
So it was double damage.
Oop.
Scratch 1 scout.
Oh, I still had him maxed out from the previous game.
So he was living on borrowed time.
Exactly. Prophetic. He was already earmarked for destruction. And this is the
Inquisitor.
shooting at red.
Yep.
2 hits, 1 evade, so 1 hull.
And still got shields on that one, so. Yeah, losing a scout with full torps.
2 torps.
That's really bad.
And this is the scout's range 1 shot on Inquisitor.
Yep.
Target lock. So he's got 1 crit on the table. Or is that an eyeball? It's an eyeball.
It's an
So
eyeball.
3 hits.
So then he'll reacquire the target lock.
Okay.
And Palpatine. So he's going to take a hit.
So he's going to take damage.
Look at
shield.
that. There is a damage on something on Duncan Howard's side of the table.
Okay. And Shuttle have a range 3 shot on. He does.
He does.
1 crit. Goes through.
So another shield.
And that should be the turn.
Back to dials.
Chat. Me leaving the X on the scout is what doomed him. Don't tell Garet. Yeah, but the setup today is actually when I turned the table sideways instead of facing it out this way. So it's less likely our voices will carry over there.
Ah, okay.
Ah.
I didn't even think about that.
Very tidy setup here, games and stuff, because I get to set up in the back where the router is, and I've got power coming out of the closet. I got 50 feet of HDMI cable, so I can
That's almost perfect.
put you on any room in the table.
Right. Or any table in the room. as
Always
it may
talking
be.
about. Yeah, anywhere in the room. if they need it. Yesterday we were over there.
I know, I was on the table,
That's right.
which I was a little short for.
And not great.
Yeah.
The lower tables are easier for me to set the camera up on.
Well, it's kind of funny because my opponent was like 6'7" or something, so the table was just fine for him, and I felt like a munchkin. I needed a booster chair.
And not so much sideboard as underboard.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's no reason not to at this point. I'm going to guess that Duncan is going to get a little more aggressive with that shuttle to close out the second jump master.
Well, and then it's curtains.
Yes.
I mean, if he fits in there, nope, it's a
He
bump.
does not.
So, why is the Inquisitor stressed?
Because of push the limit.
Oh, right.
So he pushed for the evade.
Thanks. Does it
Look
clear?
at that. Yes, it's going to clear.
Okay. We'll squirt through.
I believe that's going to be a green maneuver.
I mean, at this point, MOB's not a factor. Fel can outfly both of these.
Yes.
So I'm not sure Duncan's even terribly worried about the Inquisitor. Is he?
I wouldn't be if I were him. Basically, at this point, all the Inquisitor is bait.
Zuckuss has to come down and, I guess, keep shooting at the Inquisitor. Or
Well, at this point, he's got no shot on the shuttle, it looks like. So all these shots are going to have to go into the Inquisitor. That's my guess. Yeah, Duncan's just going to token up with Soontir, and then they're just going to...
oh, what he's got? Does he have arc on Zuckuss now? Or is he going to be shooting at red? Because it looks like he can put both ships into Zuckuss. Shuttle and Fel, if Fel has arc.
Yeah, Fel has arc. I would probably take the jump master out just because it has a turret, and the dial on Zuckuss is not really good enough to counter either the Inquisitor or Fel.
Sure. Looks like they're trying to figure out if this is range 2 or 3. So they're going to move that so they can lay that down in between there. It is range 2. This is Zuckuss. Is he going to focus? He is. So 4 hits into the Inquisitor. Inquisitor with another rack of dice.
It must have been a
Must have been range 3
shot.
Yeah. 3 evades. and auto thrusters.
Well, no, he used Zuckuss' ability. That's what gave
Zuckuss'
me the
ability.
extra die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, the result is 4 evades. That ability of Zuckuss's, man, is it ships with a lot of dice. It's
Well, statistically speaking, you're better off giving it. It can backfire on you. That's why I run him with Gunner, just in case it does.
yeah, but
I
sure.
get the second shot.
I mean, an extra red die for you to have an extra green die. Certainly, statistically, that's the move. So who's this now? Fell? Who's he shooting at?
It's got to be the Jump Master.
Jump Master. 2?
Yep. Yeah, Zuckuss would have only rolled 1 die.
Right. Well, and Fell and Zuckuss. I mean, does he care at that point?
Yeah, the
take a
problem is
range.
going to be that Zuckuss is moving first.
3 hits into the Inquisitor from the Scout.
You know,
Uses his evade token.
and probably auto thrusters. And that's it.
Well, he only needed 3. He rolled 2 and used his token.
Oh, okay.
And that takes us to the shuttle. It looks to have a shot on Zuckuss.
And there should be range 2.
Range 2.
I think we just measured this before.
Yeah, and that's less close. So it's range 2. It's a range 2 focus shot into Zuckuss. Oh, 2 hits and a crit.
Jeez.
And he blanks.
Those dice are on fire. So that brings us back to dials.
Back to dials. The Jolly Red Rooster of Doom. Cinder fell. Not sure I could get that nickname to stick. The Jolly Red Rooster of Doom. I
It's
don't
a
think
little long.
it's a bit much.
Not-
And really only applies to Duncan's model.
This is true. Who is? It's probably just Sunterfell with a little too much Chipotle.
Right. You don't need to be gross. little potty humor. Little potty humor for the game.
I could say to hit the dump button, but that would just
That's
go
fine.
into the potty humor.
It's fine. There's no dump button. Alright, so I'm assuming the scout bumped. I mean the shuttle bumped and stayed still.
Yep.
So the scout, I mean shuttle has not taken a shot, so he's indifferent to what happens here, I think.
Yeah. Garet really needed to put at least 1 torpedo into that shuttle.
And now we have okay, so 4 straight.
And he's just going to keep stringing that along.
He will token up.
No reason not to.
There's Zuckuss going.
He's probably going to bank in and they're going to try to take shots on that shuttle.
1 straight,
Interesting. Maybe attempt to block on
Fell.
Sunterfell, yeah.
maybe.
Yep.
And a barrel roll. So if
And
not a
just
block,
put it where you need
not in front of him,
it. Yeah.
which I think is his.
Just getting out of the way at this point.
hit the brakes, he'll fly right by.
That's it.
And the 2 bank. He can roll back and get out of that.
Yep.
There we go. Doesn't even need a roll back, so we can close distance on Scout. Can he boost into range 1?
Really no need to.
No
here.
need to. Okay.
Yeah.
So takes the evade for the
Exactly. And
potential
he'll
turret
be,
shot. Sure.
Then he'll be focused up for his initial shot.
Do we have range 3 from Zuckuss on our Inquisitor? I missed the measurement. No.
No.
This is Fell shooting at the Scout. 2 hits.
And
2 whiffs. 2 go through.
the inevitable betrayal of the green dice.
1 into hull now. Range 1 shot into the Inquisitor.
At least he's an arc.
So 2 hits.
Now we're just going to play with the dice.
What was that about?
No
I don't
idea.
understand what just happened. 2.
Well, I think he could have re-rolled with his target lock, but he chose not to.
He's shooting the shuttle. Sensor jammer. We were just having a sensor jammer.
Oh, okay.
conversation.
Wow, he's shooting the shuttle.
The shuttle. So he,
A little confused by that.
I think he put one into shields of the shuttle.
So yes, at this point, Garet has given up on the Inquisitor.
There's the shuttle shot into Zuckuss. Looks like 3. Is that 3 crits? Those dice are tough to read. 2 crits.
Wow.
So Zuckuss is down to 1. I don't know what those crits were.
And they don't look like good crits.
God, a shuttle. Coming in late and doing work.
Yeah, people always underestimate the shuttle. You gotta kill it early, because it has a tremendous potential for damage output.
Well, especially late when it shoots last. And so if you haven't used Palpatine, it just tacks on a crit.
Exactly.
Nasty.
And of course, at that point, if you're not forcing your opponent to use Palpatine defensively, you're in big trouble anyway.
Perhaps we'll see a majestic 2 bank or someone this
It
turn.
is one of the most noble of
It
maneuvers.
is the noblest. I mean, really is the greatest lineage, I think. Certainly the most well represented as it appears on every dial. We're at a 1 straight with a bump into Rooster or Fell. There's a 1 bank and a bump.
And that's gonna bump.
Rooster Fell played in the original version by John Wayne, and then Jeff Bridges in the remake.
Of course. And for anybody who can get that movie reference, that is a special bonus.
Someone will get that.
That also means you're older than both of us.
Well, they could have just seen the remake and are aware of the original.
Does it keep stringing him along with the
Not really sure if it
Inquisitor?
matters, 'cause
It doesn't.
this is
He's doing the attempt to target lock on Zuckuss, so he can get the evade. But
deep trouble for Red here in a second, because Fell's going to jump over and put a range 1 shot on him.
my guess.
Token up. Zuckuss. Zuckuss. Ugh. 3 straight.
Yes. Attempting to get out of dodge, but not dodging fast enough.
Yeah, and this is where, if he can go through combat without shooting, then he knows he's going to throw a crit on the shuttle's shot at the Zuckuss,
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen.
which will be Coitens for Zuckuss.
Zuckuss evading, I think.
I think it's a focus.
Is it?
Looks like a focus. I think he's selling out for offense. So there's a 2 straight.
I don't really know. I guess that he's going back to the Inquisitor.
It's going to boost straight.
Yep. That'll put him into range 1. And then he can just...
Evade, I assume. Well, it doesn't even. He's going to hit him. So he can do whatever he wants.
He's just going to
Evades.
up. So.
Just in case.
Yes, because 4 dice with auto thrusters and Palpatine isn't enough.
Right. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, someone got it.
There we go.
I didn't really ask for the character name, though. I asked for the movie. Zuckuss, focusing up, laying 3 hits and a crit, sending 3 hits and a crit towards Inquisitor, who auto.
Yeah.
3 evades and auto thrusters makes it 4. That's got to be frustrating.
Yes, it is.
I mean, after playing 9 games so well that you make it into the final arena and you can't hit anything.
No, yeah, that's the
gotta be
problem.
rough.
I mean, against this list, even with the ordnance, it's damn near impossible to crack the armor of Fel and the Inquisitor, especially when Palpatine's still on board.
I think Fel missed completely there with. Fel rolled 2 hits and 2 misses, and the Red Scout rolled 2 evades.
That's pretty amazing.
So that is
It's
what?
the shot back from the Scout, going into the Inquisitor.
1.
He used his target
I
lock
was
to
shooting back
reroll.
at the shuttle again.
No, it had
Oh,
to be
well,
the Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, yeah. Let's see who
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, that is the better shot at this point, because
Sure.
he doesn't have...
I'm not sure if the Scout took any damage at all. He may have taken 1 and I missed it. I don't think so, though. Palpatine, a crit. So 2
Doing some
hits
work.
and a crit.
and that is game.
He's going to go ahead and concede. All right.
That's tough.
So after Zuckuss leaves the game, Garet concedes. And so Duncan Howard is our X-Wing regional champion for our 2016 regional air games and stuff in Glen, Burnie. So I guess we'll wrap it up after 2 days calling these games. Thanks to all of you who logged in and watched with me. Thanks to Frank for joining me for the last 2 rounds.
Thanks for having me.
And we will see you guys next time.